Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the broadcast studio with Dave Kyle, owner of Hemingway's. Now, we want to talk about why the expansion on your bookstore. What are you doing there?
I know. Everybody asks me, what are you doing? Everybody else is closing and you're doubling the size of the store.
Because you have this huge basement down there, don't you?
Yeah, when I bought the building and the business, the downstairs was not used, but that's what really got my attention when I came out from Vancouver. So I put in 2 miles of shelving down there, and for a decade we ran our online inventory. So it was never open to the public, but it was always there, and we were always selling books online and shipping them out and doing everything in-house. And then about 3 years ago, we decided to change that. We decided we're going to send the books to the Amazon distribution centers, because Amazon is now a distributor of their own product, bit like a being on consignment, and thus it freed up the space. So we then had to say, well, if we're going to fill another 3,000 or so square feet, we need books. So we started to assemble and expand and warehouse these things until we finally got the work done. And 2 years ago, we got the first half of the basement completed, and last year in 2013, we got the other part done. We also wanted to get back into records, which was something we had done originally, had been part of the store since it was founded in '91. But I needed the space, so that was all perfect. So what we've done is we've split the store in half. We have the top main floor is now fiction, and the bottom floor is nonfiction and records. So it's a nice divide. It's easy. So when some customers come in, they want books for their kids, they want something for their book club, they want current bestseller. The top floor is all fiction. They can browse away and see everything that we have that's current, that's what I call the water cooler books, the Harry Potter or the Dan Brown Da Vinci Code or the 50 Shades of Grey or the Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, all these mega bestsellers that everybody's talking about around the water cooler, and everybody goes, wait a minute, I better read that. So I call them the water cooler readers. When they hear a buzzy title, a book or something, suddenly everybody's talking about, I see them,
Sure.
2 or 3 times a year.
Sure.
But that's important. So that's what people read a lot of. So all that's on the main floor. So now, if you want to read nonfiction, if you want to go for history, military, theology, art, music, et cetera, philosophy, that's all downstairs. So the readers tend to be one or the other. There are some people who kind of browse everywhere, but it works out very well. So the people, and particularly the guys, because downstairs it's a lot of categories that men tend to read more. So
it's a huge man cave, is that?
It's a bit of a man cave, yeah. But we do have the vinyl records. We've got gardening. We have music, art, theology, the New Age and spiritual topics. But primarily, it's all the histories, and we do have one of the largest, well, probably the largest military history collection in BC. So,
yeah, you told me about that.
It's
huge. I've seen it. It's huge.
Yeah, well, it's one of my main interests, but it also, I've looked around and realized that most bookstores run around 1,800 to 2,000 square feet, and we're close to 8,000.
Wow.
So we have the room to do things that other stores just can't do. Even the remaining bookstores in Vancouver are rarely over 2,000 square feet. It's just too expensive. So they have to decide, what do you sell, what do you not?
Yes.
We don't have that problem.
You have to pick their poison really
Yeah, that's
carefully.
right. They have to limit they have to specialize to some degree. We're not. We're everything. We have soup to nuts.